All right. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to Life Coaching Access. And I'm coming in live from the Cup Coffee Republic. So, Life Coaching Access is your daily access with professional certified life coaches brought to you by Life Coach Philippines. Life Coach Philippines is our community of professional life coaches certified by the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs, a bona fide institute for mental health that is based in Dallas, Texas, USA. And Life Coaching Access is our service to the community, and we aim to help individuals experience the process of transformation through the platform of life coaching. And if you want to know more about our international coaching classes and services, please connect with Coach Rizel through 0917-586-1661 for assistance. So we will be having an upcoming international certification. So please connect with Coach Rizel. And I am Coach Mao for Coaching Culture at Work, and workplace transformation begins. So for today's episode, we will be discussing creating win-win situation at work. And your access with me is every Monday, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. So, yeah, if you want to know more about creating coaching culture at work, and if you have the heart to transform your workplace, so stay tuned and stay with me and tune in every Monday at 5 to 6 p.m. So there. So all right. So I'll introduce again myself to you. So I am Coach Mao. I am a certified professional life coach from the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs, a bona fide institute for mental health based in Dallas, Texas, USA. And I help each or professionals and business leaders to fail-proof business success by creating culture of coaching in the workplace so that employees will be highly productive and engaged at work. Also, I am an HR by profession and an entrepreneur. I am one of the directors of the Coffee Republic, the home of certified life coaches, and we offer coaching services on demand 24 by 7. So any time of the day and any day of the week, you can connect with 0917-586-1661, and Coach Rizel is the person behind that number. So please do connect if you need someone to talk to and if you need help. So please do not suffer alone because help is available. All right. So for today, please be intentional and get your hashtag pack my bag moments. So hashtag pack my bag moments or your aha moments or moments of enlightenment or things that you get from the talk today. And please include hashtag life coaching access so we will know where you have seen it. And there, so please share this FB or this video to your respective timelines and your respective groups so that more people will experience transformation. Okay, so before we proceed, let's say hi to our viewers. Yes, hello fellow coaches. Ayan, hello Coach Nilo, Coach Candy, we miss you here sa DCAP. Ayan, and Coach Nords, hello from Benguet Nax. Ayan, but soon we'll see you here in DCAP. Okay, so meron tayong game today. Ayan, so I'll be showing you different pictures and please share your thoughts kung ano yung nakikita nyo. Okay, kung ano yung sagot nyo. So I'll be showing you different pictures. Okay. So first picture. Ayan, so how many legs does this elephant have? Ilan ang nakikita nyo? Yan. Share your answers in the comment box. Yan. Share nyo lang dyan. Ilan ang paa na nakikita nyo? Okay, then next is this picture. So what do you see? Hi, Coach Team. Yeah, so what do you see in this picture? Do you see ships? Or do you see, yeah, what do you see? Hello, Manny. Yan. Hello, Manny. He's watching from Cavite. Thank you for tuning in. Yan. Right. So, third picture. Hello, Mark Abelard Agulto. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Yeah. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, next picture. So, what do you see? Yan. Hi, Coach Ayesa. Hello. Okay. Share nyo lang yung mga answers nyo sa comment box. Dun sa first, ayan yung sagot ni, kanina, ni Mark Abelard sa elephant, I think. Yan, 4. So yung sa next picture, ano yung nakikita nyo? And dun sa next, ayan, sabi ni Miss Nords, 4 yung feet ng elephant. Okay. Dun sa sunod, at saka yung pangatlo, ano yung nakikita nyo? Just share your answers below. And this one, so what do you see here? And last is this one. So what do you see? Is it 6 or is it 9? Okay. Sige lang, share nyo lang yung sagot nyo. No? I will, let's read that later on. So why did I show these pictures? So these are illusion pictures, but I want to point something in here that most of us see differently. Like it really depends on the perspective where you will see it. And there's no right or wrong answer. Hay nga dito, dun sa, di ba, sa 6 and 9. Sabi, just because you are right does not mean I am wrong. And you just have seen life from my side. Or haven't seen life from my side. And we all have different perspectives. And we see life or we see a certain situation in different perspectives. But it doesn't mean that when iba yung nakita natin or iba yung pagkakatingin natin sa isang bagay, it doesn't mean that the other person is wrong. So, and most of the time, di ba, when we are faced with this situation that already parang it will lead to a conflict, we are already parang nagbaback off na tayo to say our side. And instead of like saying kung ano yung side natin, we back off and just say, oh sige, para lang ma-stop yung conflict, I'll just go with the flow. Or on the other end, we pushed on our side that we are right and the other one is wrong. So what is creating win-win situation? So creating win-win situation is understanding where the other person is coming from. So it's not just about who's right or who's wrong, but it's coming up with a situation or with the place or a common ground where both parties will benefit. So hindi siya about na ito yung nakikita ko, so ako yung tama, mali ka. So it's not about that. But it's coming into a certain situation where both parties will benefit in the conversation. Ayan, sabi, may mga answers na sila. Sabi ni Miss Nords, ayan, yung 2 ships and clouds. Ayan, sabi ni Coach Teen, duck and rabbit. Ayan, rabbit and duck. Ayan, yun sa number 3. But it's, yeah. So, di ba, whether you see a rabbit or a duck, both are correct. But it depends on how you perceive it. So, there's really wrong or there's really no right answers on the pictures that I've shown, but it's on how you have seen it. And same thing when we are faced in different situations. There are times that we see situation in a different perspective na hindi talaga hindi same ng perspective yung tinitignan. Even kahit pareho kayo ng pinanggalingan or same space kayo ng galing ng person, it doesn't mean na pareho kayo ng tinitingnan. So, space to listen and understand where the other person is coming from so that you can create a situation where both of you can benefit and win. So that is creating win-win. So how can we apply that in the workplace? So how can we apply a win-win situation or create a win-win situation in the workplace in terms of working with our bosses, working with our colleagues, and like thriving in the place where we are going to be. So first is think win-win. So it really starts within, and it starts with us. It starts with our mind. Because um when we think win-win, then andun na yung first alam mo yun, half of it panalo ka na. Panalo ka na kasi andun na towards winning the situation or towards win-win situation na agad yung response and yung action mo. And it starts with the mindset. So we can ask ourselves, what do I want out of this interaction? So when we are faced in a situation, we can ask ourselves, what do I want out of this interaction? So, win-win mindset is about benefiting everyone involved in the interaction. So, yung first is ikaw muna. So, ask yourself, ano ba yung mabe-benefit or what do I want out of this interaction or what do I want out of this conversation? So when we interact with our bosses or our colleagues, the first person that we can ask really is ourselves. So what do I want out of this interaction? Do I want to win this conversation? Do I want to be of help to the other party, or gusto ko lang maging tama, ba? And in a win-win mindset, we not only achieve our goals, but we help others achieve their goals as well. And this builds strong and positive relationships with other people, which leads to even more success. So, after asking yourself, so aside from what do you want to get out of the interaction or out of the conversation, you can also ask, but what does the other person wants out of this interaction? So ano ba yung ina-expect no other side or no other person na kausap mo or other party involved? And can I get the other person what they want in a way that doesn't cross my boundaries? So, dun na, yung papasok yung expectations, diba? And after you feel like you're thinking win-win, then look to understand other person's perspective and needs first. So seek first to understand so that you will be understood as well. So when you answer those questions, so first is ano ba yung gusto ko out of this conversation or interaction? What is it for me? Then next is, what is the other party needs from it or wants from it? And then third, how can I give, the other person what they want in a way that they will not cross my boundaries? In that way, we can understand their perspective, where they are coming from, but at the same time, we are not crossing, or we are doing it in a way that our boundaries and our values are not crossed as well. So that's the first one. Think win-win. So in every situation, how do you look at it? Ano ba yung, pag kinausap ka ng boss, for example, ano yung unang nagiging impression mo, or ano yung unang pumapasok sa isip mo when you were called sa office ni boss, di ba? Or pag may pinagawa sa'yo na isang task, so how do you do it, or how do you respond to it? That's the first one, think win-win. And then secondly is be assertive. So let's define being assertive versus being aggressive versus being passive. So, ano ba yung, dun muna tayo sa pagiging aggressive. So, being aggressive is selfishly being pushy on what you want at the expense of others. So, it may involve hostility, blaming others, gossip, and unreasonable demands. So, being aggressive comes to the point of it's my way and there's no other way. So, kapag hindi ka sumunod dito or kapag hindi mo kinuha to, hindi na tuloy um, yung transaction or walang ibang way kundi way ko. So that's being aggressive. It's getting what you want at the expense of other people. So at the expense of others. So whatever it takes, I'll get what I want. So that's being aggressive. And being passive on the other end, 'di ba? Medyo ano siya, pendulum siya, extremes. So yung kanina is like getting what you want at the expense of others. On the other side naman, passivity, you may routinely say things such as, sige, I'll just go with whatever the group decides. Diba? Sige, ano na lang, diba parang whenever there is a group meeting, so, how do you think of it? Di, okay lang kung anong gusto nyo, dun ako. Ba? And ang reason lang is just to avoid the conflict. So, over time, pag ganun, sa tingin nyo, ano yung magiging problem on that? Ano yung message that you are sending to your team or to your boss or to your colleagues, diba? So, over time, why is it not good or being passive is not good? Is that over time, when you say, sige, I'll just go with the flow or kayo na bahala or just decide and then whatever your decision is, I'll go for it. You are sending a message that your thoughts and feelings aren't as important as those of other people. And but if you are too passive, you are giving others the license to disregard your wants and needs. And in the long run, always saying yes can poison your relationships. Not only your work relationships, but even your personal relationships. So your friendships, your relationship with your family, and even your relationship with yourself. Because over time, when you're just tolerating, that's it. When you just tolerate and just say yes to everything, you will come to the point that you are no longer standing on anything. Parang malolost ka because you just say yes to everything and then you just give your authority to other people to decide for you. And eventually, that is where internal conflict comes in. Because you know in your heart that there's something that you want but you cannot express just because you want to avoid the conflict in any relationship. And ang unang tanong, may conflict ba talaga or sa'yo lang nanggagaling yung conflict, di ba? Sino ba nagsabi na may conflict or saan ba nanggaling yung magkakaroon ng conflict? Baka sa'yo lang naman talaga yon, di ba? So thirdly, so ano yung assertiveness? Assertiveness is communicating what you really want in a clear way while ensuring that you are not being taken advantage of. Ayan. So assertiveness means standing up for your right while respecting the rights of others. So it's different from being aggressive and it's different from being passive. So andun siya sa gitna. You can voice out, you can express what you want in a clear way. But at the same time, you are respecting the rights of other people. Just the same as you want to be respected, you respect others as well. Ayan, sabi ni Coach Marife, ayan, thank you. Sabi niya, relate much. And sabi ni Miss Melissa Kayapos, ayan, #aray, ayan. Sige po, kaya natin to. Ayan. So, assertiveness is an appropriate expression of your feelings, needs, and opinions while respecting the feelings of others. So, the question is, ano yung reason talaga why you cannot, ano yung reason why you cannot express? Ano yung reason why you just say yes? So perhaps that's the question that I want to leave with you. Saan ba yung saan yung start or ano yung problema talaga? Ano yung challenge? Why you can't express or why you can't communicate what you want? Because that is where you can start. Because how can you be more assertive? And because yeah, every one of us, we can, yeah, yeah, tell to yourself that you can express, you can speak up only if you decide to, if you will choose to. So how can you be more assertive? So first is assess your style. So that's where you can assess where you are right now. This is where coaching comes in, diba? We in coaching, diba, we respect where we are in the journey or where is the person in the journey, because we all have a unique journey, hindi tayo pare-pareho. So ikaw mismo, ano yung style mo or nasaan ka in your journey. So, understand your style before you begin making changes, because you cannot just say na, ito, parang maganda to, or dahil sinabi ng iba, ay sige, parang maganda itong gawin. You can start from where you are right now. So, do you voice are you someone who voices out your opinions, or you're the one who just stays silent? Or do you say yes to additional work even when your plate is full? And diba sa workplace, when a colleague or your boss says na, pagawa naman, uy, ano, urgent to, pakigawa naman, no? Itong report na to, pakigawa naman, no? And you have lots of urgent things to do. You still have a lot of things in your plate. Do you still say yes? Even though sobrang dami na at alam mong hindi mo na kaya and you just receive it? Or can you say it like, can you really say na politely or with respect na, I'm sorry, I cannot do it right now. So I just want to share, like before when I was working in the corporate, and even right now, because I do have a project na whenever, because diba, parang there are things that are urgent with other people but it's not urgent to us. So how do we say, or for me, what I do is that I really ask them, so when do you need it? So because I also have other things na urgent na gagawin ngayon. So pag tsaka ko siya gagawin. So in that way, natapos ko yung una kong gagawin bago ko gagawin yung favor. Ayan. So, in your case, ano yung situation mo? So, ayan. Ano natin? I'll just read some of your comments. Ayan. Sabi ni Coach Lynn, ayan, it is important for us to learn the art of saying no. Yes. Ayan, sabi ni Melissa, ayan, sometimes silent. And then sabi ni Manny, di ba, will follow with a heavy heart. And that is where, di ba, that is where disengagement comes in. But we discussed in the previous sessions of life coaching access, yung mga previous Mondays natin, na disengagement happens, di ba, when you already quit the job, yet you are staying in the company. So it comes with, like when we always say yes and follow with the heavy heart, or alam mo yun, kasi wala kang, parang yung feeling mo wala kang choice, parang kasi boss siya, di ba? Dahil boss siya, sige, sunod na lang ako. Pero deep inside, you're fully loaded na talaga and you're overwhelmed. And that is where, di ba, hanggang kailan mo siya, ano yung threshold mo? Kasi it will come to the point na hindi na rin siya magiging healthy for yourself. So there, that's the first one. So assess your style, nasan ka. And then second is be confident. So self-confidence comes from within. And it goes with your value, your self-worth, and how you see yourself. That's where self-confidence comes in. Because when you know your value, when you know your capacity, when you know your worth, you will also know when to create the boundary. And you will not be apologetic on it because I was saying like creating boundaries is not a bad thing. And like saying na hindi mo kaya is not a bad thing. But ano kasi lahat naman tayo may limitation, di ba? And let's acknowledge that we all have limitations. And let's also respect the limitation that we have personally. Si mahirap na mag-serve kung mismong ikaw overwhelmed ka na, 'di ba? And the productivity that you have is already declining because you are already parang full na eh. So, 'di ba, we cannot pour out from an empty cup. So, kung tayo pagod na din, ba parang everyday parang alam mo, you're dreading yourself coming into work, and doon na nag-start yung pag-lose ng passion and ng excitement and joy in coming into work. So first really is, how do you see yourself and how are you valuing yourself? And how do you see your value and your significance in terms of like when people ask favor from you, do you see your value on that? Because when you depend your value and your significance on what other people are telling you, then that's the time that you'll just say yes to everything and you will not have time for yourself. So thirdly is preparation. Ayan. So bakit preparation is the key? So if you are a type of person that you cannot alam mo yung kinakabahan ka talaga kapag magsasalita ka na, or you're not confident yet in saying and expressing your thoughts, or you don't know how to do it, then you can prepare for it. So practice general scenarios that you encounter and say what you want to say out loud. So if you want, you can write down it first so you can practice. Lalo na kung, for example, you don't know how to speak out with your boss, or you don't know how you will raise a certain situation with your boss or with your colleague, then practicing will help you out. And you can consider role-playing with a friend. Gusto kong lagyan to, with a trusted friend and colleague, and ask for clear feedback. So why did I say trusted friend and colleague? Of course, you have to choose. Choose the person who will be objectively giving you feedback. Ayan. I'll just read this. Sabi ni Manny, what about a clause on job description to perform other related duty that may be assigned to? Ayan. So, there's really a clause on that, no, on the job description. So, my question right now, how far is it from the original or from the position that you have right now? Ano na ba yung coverage no other duties na yun? And was it discussed with you clearly kung ano yung expectations on those other duties, and how is it related to the position title that you have right now? Yeah, because to acknowledge them, not all job descriptions really are written on paper, no, na black and white. There are really times that you do different tasks, but how often is it, and clear ba yung expectations? How clear the expectations is? May clarity ba? Yun. And ito na yung sinabi ni Coach Lynn. So the art of saying no. So this is our our third point. Ayan, learn to say no. So paano po kung mag-no, boss ko yung nag-uutos, di ba? So, pero question is, ano ba yung reasons why you cannot say no? So I think that's the first question that you have to ask yourself. Why do you continue to say yes when you want to say no? And what is it that you are fearful of? Why can't you say no on a certain situation? Kahit gustong-gusto mo na mag-no, ba? Why do you keep on saying yes? And saying no doesn't equate that you are being mean. Because culturally, di ba, we are raised in a culture that when we say no, parang ang sama naman nito, di ba? Parang hala, hindi naman sumusunod to. And there's like a mindset na ganun. But saying no is doesn't mean that you're mean or doesn't mean that you're disobedient. So you have to know then why you are saying no. Why you are saying no to a certain situation or to a certain person. And why do you say yes as well? Diba? Do you say yes because you want to be accepted? Do you say yes because you're afraid that you will not be accepted in a certain group, or you will not be or you will be rejected? Or do you say yes because, yeah, diba, parang whatever it is, why do you keep on saying yes when you already want to say no? And do not give up your rights just because you want them to like you. When I say your rights to say no if you really cannot do it na. And your right to say no when you really want to say no. Because I think that's it eh. When you say yes, pero you want to say no, then how truthful are you to yourself? Because eventually, where we are currently is a product of the things that we tolerate in our life. So what are you tolerating right now? And sometimes we're so afraid um, that when we say no, bad things will happen. But sometimes we just have to stand on what we believe in and stand and respectfully express why we are saying no, so that they will also know, diba? And then they will respect you more if they will see how you handle things properly without overstressing yourself out. Di ba parang ang pangat naman si yes ka ng yes tapos stress ka na. Tapos pag kinausap ka ng person na nag-ask sa'yo or ng boss mo, di ba? Ganun na yung bosses mo, di ba? So, kasi pagod ka na. And the way that we respect ourselves is, will mirror out on how other people will respect us as well. But if we cannot respect ourselves and we cannot respect our own boundaries, then how can we expect the people around us to respect the boundaries that we have? Yeah. And I know it's not easy. It's really not. I've been there. I've been there in that situation. And it's not easy, but it pays a lot when you stand and respect your own boundaries. So remember that you cannot please everyone, and it is impossible to please everyone. And saying yes all the time can be draining, and you need to draw the line on when and how to say no. Sabi ni Coach Neil, speak up. Yes, we have to speak up. And saying no is creating boundaries for ourselves as well. And it is also one way of teaching others how to treat you. Because if you will just say yes to everything, then parang andun you're sending a message that they can do that to yourself too. So it is our decision, it's your decision to as to when and as to how to say no. And know what you are saying yes to. Ayan. So by saying no, because when you say yes, you are saying no to other opportunities, or the other way around. When you say no, you are saying yes to other opportunities. So before you say no, know what you are saying yes to. Kasi may opportunity, ano yan, may opportunity cost yan, di ba? When you say yes to something, then you will say no to other things, to other opportunities. So when you say yes or when you say no, what are the things that you are saying yes to? And thirdly is offer an alternative. So even though you can't be of help, you could offer other options. Like for example, you really cannot do it because you're not an expert on something, or you're not it's not your forte, or it's not your field, and you know that someone else can do that quickly and more efficient. Then you can create, like you can say no and refer that person to the one who can really help that person. So this would let the other party know that you are not just saying no, but have put some thought into it. So hindi ka nag-no because you just want to, or dahil lang ayaw mo, 'di ba? But you have said no because you know that other people can help them more efficiently and in a better way. And yan, sabi, practice the philosophy of continuous improvement. Get a little bit better every single day. So, saying no and being assertive and creating win-win situation is not a one-time thing. It's not a one-day event, but it is a continuous process and gets it continuous improvement. And you get better every day. But so, for example, when you decided to speak up and nothing happens, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad about it. But continue to practice and continue to honor your boundaries and continue to respect yourself and see the value that you have. Because when you see your value, when you embrace your value, other people will see that and they will also respect that. So question, paano naman po kung ginawa ko na lahat, 'di ba? So paano naman kung ginawa ko na lahat pero hindi pa rin I still feel abused in where I am right now. So the question is, why do you keep on staying in in an environment, in an ecology where your value is not seen, where your value is not, or where you are not being valued? Um, I believe we always say this, that you go to a place or you go to a community, you go to the ecology where you are celebrated and not tolerated, where your skills and your strengths and your value are seen and supported. But on the other end, that your you will not be tolerated for the things that will not help you. So wherever you are right now, in whatever or wherever situation you are in right now, and you feel that your your value, or you no longer see your value because other people are not um, valuing what you are doing, then what makes you stay, or what keeps you stay on um, that position? And how do you see your value, and how do you see your worth? Because it starts with you to embrace your value and to create value. The only way that you can create value to other people is really embracing the value that you have. So how do you see your value, and how do you see your worth, and how do you want other people to see your worth as well? Okay, so if you do have any questions, so let's connect and let's talk. Connect with me at 0917-903-8155, or email me at coachmaumestica@gmail.com, or message me in my personal and coaching page. Ayan, so that's Maureen Mestica for my personal page and Coach Mao for my FB page, or join me in my FB group. So that's Fail Proof Your Business Success for HR professionals and business leaders. Ayan. And before I end, I want to invite you for our mental health certification program on December 5, 6, and 12. So we have two options. First is for our existing coaches in our tribe. So please connect with Coach Giselle for if you want to join. And for option two, so please connect with Coach Giselle as well. So that would be a one-time offer only for 1297. So that would be two certifications. Life coach certification and a mental health certification. So join our tribe and join us in our advocacy to be change agents and bring transformation in space and our chosen domain and territory. Visit us here at Decaf Coffee Republic. So we are located here in front of Bayanihan Center. It's under Brixton and Center Supermarket. And our physical space is open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. But that's only for virtual operations. Virtual operations is 24/7. So anytime of the day and any day of the week, you can message 0917-586-1661. So please connect with Coach Rizal. And there, so if you have anything in mind, if you want to share, just comment still, and then I'll get back to your comments, or message me through my social media account and numbers. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you next week, same time, same day. So that's Monday, 5 to 6 p.m. So thank you so much. Love Bang Boom. Thank you.